This is my art video on Ai Weiwei. Ai Weiwei was born August 28, 1957, and he's still living now. Ai Weiwei grew up in some harsh conditions when he was younger. Ai Weiwei is a Chinese contemporary artist and activist. He is very openly against Chinese government due to their stance on democracy and human rights. He has taken many stands and many protests along with some of his art pieces against some of the issues. He did a lot of deep digging and investigating some of the government's corruptions and cover-ups, such as the Shihan school corruption scandal and the collapse of the Toru Dreg school in the 2008 Shihan earthquake. Ai Weiwei used his art to express himself and help represent his community and people around him with everything they were going through at the time. He's done a lot of work with immigrants. One of his most famous pieces was his Remembering, when it was right after the 2008 earthquake at the elementary school, and he wrote on the side of the building with all of the kids' backpacks. He said, "She lived happily for 7 years in this world," which is one of the quotes of one of the children that tragically died in that earthquake. In 2009, he was beaten and detained in his own hotel room when he was trying to testify in a trial of human rights. One of the things he did in honor of the refugees fleeing Syria, he covered one of his art pieces with thermal blankets. He also wrapped one of all the columns of the Berlin's concert hall, very big landmark, with the salvaged refugees' life vests as a statement. He's been arrested a few times. Another one of his most famous art pieces were the sunflower seeds. It is basically a whole room the ground filled with millions of sunflower seeds that he made with a team. His sunflower seed piece also represents Chairman Mao, which is, I would say, one of their former presidents. He also does a lot with his art, recycling, reusing and all that stuff. So in the earthquake in 2008, he took a bunch of the cleanup stuff and he would make a bunch of artwork and pieces out of all the metal and everything that he could find, which saying that Chairman Mao is like the sun and all of the other ordinary people are the sunflowers. One of his quotes were, "Art is a tool to set up new questions to create basic structure which can be open to possibilities. This is the most interesting part of my work." The sunflower seeds also meant a lot to his community and everyone making them, very important spiritually for them. My artwork that I did, I chose to do a portrait of him, and I chose to do this because I thought it was just a really powerful picture and piece, and yeah. I think that one of his most impressive, controversial, in general really powerful pieces was dropping the Alton Dynasty urn, which he captured in pictures and where he was just dropping it.